Hello everyone, this is Linica with the Enchanted Acres Homestead. I wanted to show you guys something that I've come up with. If you've ever worked with an electric polyrope, you know that Electrobraid is really expensive. And Electrobraid is pretty much the only company that makes a bolt specifically made for polyrope. You do have like the splice connectors that you could use, but they're like $6 a piece. The problem, like this is an off-brand. It has a 5-year warranty. The problem with it is that Electrobraid has one that like just is kind of like a, a screw that's kind of like shaped like this. So then you put it on like this, and then it has a bolt that tightens it down and grabs. The problem is that it's of course copper because Electrobraid has copper wires in its fencing. And the issue with that is you don't want to use two different metals because that causes corrosion. And it's just really not an affordable option for other bolts. And even those, they're like $10 or $12 for a pack of 6. Not terribly expensive, but I wanted to show you guys something we came up with that's, you know, the same metals as the stainless steel. So what we have is this. And so what this is a 1.5 inch bolt, 2 T-nuts, which we picked up from Home Depot in a little 4-pack. And the reason I got these is because they have these teeth on them. And then there's a washer and then just a twisty. And so the way this works is you wrap one end around the bolt and then you bring it back, you double it back. And when you wrap it around first this one, then you take this, you tighten it down like so. And what that does is pushes that rope back into those teeth so you get a solid grab and hold and also solid connection. And then after that, you wrap the line that comes back here like this around the edge. Put the washer on because you might not be able to fit the washer on until you get it clamped down. And then you just use this and you spin this around and you just spin it until you get it nice and tight. And again, it forces it down onto the teeth, which you can kind of see right here. And that really gives it that grip and hold. Makes a very solid connection, so you can use this to also connect 2 lines. And then you just tighten it down with this, and that's not going anywhere. Now, what we did here is we just did the line all the way across the top, ran it down, and brought it all the way back. So this is one line. And it's connected here. So when we put hooks onto here to block the horses off, because of the setup we got going on, this will be electrified. This is going to be electrified. So since this is touching, this whole line is going to be electrified. Now, say you have a fence like this, and you know you didn't do what we did. You can put a wire between, and again, you can use these. You just would twist the rope around here, then you would twist another rope here, clamp it down. That would give you a solid connection, and repeat when you connect to the second line. Or even if you want to do a cross fence, say you get to, you know, a pole and you want to cut the fence off or cut the pasture off. Again, you would just tie it around, and then you would tie the second one around. Pull the line that way or that way, whichever way you're going with it. Clamp it down, and that's a solid connection. It's going to be electrified. It's going to hold it nice and tight. It's not going to let it go, and you ain't got to worry about it. And one of these, I mean, I think a 4-pack of these was like $1.50 maybe. Then a 4-pack of these, again, about another $1.50. The washers were like 50 cents for a pack of 5 or 6. And then the bolts were a 4-pack for maybe another $1.50. So the bolts, this whole getup, you know, costs like maybe $1 per bolt, which is still cheaper than anything you're going to find that's even remotely similar to the Electrobraid clamps, and you're not going to find anything except for something that's super heavy duty and costs like $12 a bolt. That's not copper. Now, if you have copper wires, go ahead and use the Electrobraid. It's probably going to be easier, cheaper. Well, not cheaper, but easier, more time saving. But all of this can be picked up at Home Depot. They're super cheap. And like I said, since it's stainless steel, don't have to worry about it. No corrosion going on. That's my tip for the day. Have a good day.